Hi, Connie. All right. Well, it is noon. Oh, it's all my fun friends. All right. I've got a puppy right here. Hi, Sue. All right, girls. Waited a minute. I already put a warning in the group, so we're going to hop on to our first weekly team training. I want to say that this is going to be new for me. I haven't done this before, so we're going to go with it. We'll tweak as we need to. But basically what these trainings are going to entail is a gamut of everything. First and foremost, I'm a huge advocate of mindset. And I don't believe that you can create anything in your life that you want if you don't have the right mindset and the right mental space. Otherwise, I mean, it's just so easy to get off track. So in these team trainings, we're going to cover everything from what we will actually do in our businesses, what we will cover obstacles that we can overcome. We'll cover mindset. And today we're going to talk about confidence. And do you have it or don't you? That's the reason why I started with Madonna. I'll probably start every live with a song because it seriously does. Yeah, it seriously does pump me up. It makes me feel really good. It gets my energy up. And you can always find a song, I think, for just about anything. This one I thought was perfect because it's Express Yourself by Madonna. And honestly, sometimes I feel like we get in a rut in this business where we're not showing who we truly are through this business. And that can bring your confidence level down. So I really want to express to you guys, pun intended, that that confidence is key to creating the life that you really want, whether that's in your personal life, whether that's in your Color Street business, whatever it is, confidence is the solid building block. And so over the next year, we'll have trainings that have building blocks of things that will fit in. You know how, like in my house, I've got different bricks and they're different colors. So it's not going to all be all about confidence every week. It's not about the mindset every week. There's variegated different bricks that are going to fit in to create a house, so, just go with me on that and be okay with that, because honestly, for what my experience has taught me is when I'm feeling low and not confident, I have one result. And when I'm feeling positive and upbeat, I feel like things go my way a little bit more. So first and foremost, I'm going to talk a little bit about being an entrepreneur. And guys, when we're in this business, I don't care. And even when you're at an office, like I know there's some of you out there that work a full-time job. I know I did that for a little while. And you deal with very negative people, no matter if you're in this business or if you are in an office with a desk or a cubicle. You deal with people all of the time. That is our nature. That is our life. We deal with people. It's a matter of your mindset and how you're going to overcome anything that is negative. Okay. And there are going to be times when that shines through. It's up to you how you're going to deal with it. As far as your confidence is concerned, if anyone is feeling, maybe you're not feeling this way, and that is awesome. Okay. Whatever you're doing, keep doing that. But when you do get into a situation where you're like, I'm not feeling confident in asking people for parties. I'm not feeling confident to ask people to join the business. I'm not feeling confident about entering an order or at my back office. I'm not feeling confident in my VIP. When those things start to creep up and you don't really know how to handle it, I want you to go back and take an inventory of what you did when you did have confidence. You had a lifetime. And I'm sure there's been times when you have felt confident. Okay, so I want you to list your past activities. I want you to take a moment and think to yourself, what did I do in my past that I had confidence at? And how did I feel when I had that? You've got to take a mental list of those things. And don't just blow me off here, because it's true. When you're feeling those confidence boosters or kind of feelings, it kind of puts you back in the mode of being in the space of positivity. And it's really key. I know it sounds very Pollyanna-esque, but it is just beyond key to get your business where you want it to be when you have those feelings of positivity and confidence. I want you all to go back. If making a list right now is a little tedious and we're on a live, I get it. But I would take that exercise to heart and do that. But also, why don't you go back to the beginning of Color Street, when you first heard about it, when you first thought about it? What made you excited? What made you want to come into it? That's really the feelings that we're trying to generate and keep going. And whenever you're having those moments of, I'm not really sure where I'm going or where I'm headed, I can tell you where I was when I bumped into Color Street. I can tell you my excitement, and I can tell you what I did then versus what I started to do later and developing a little bit more of a bad habit. I don't know if anybody can get on board with me here, but when you first start something, the excitement is so real and so amazing, and you're doing everything. And then all of a sudden your days start to go by and things start to slide, and you start to wonder why things aren't the same way. I'm going to ask you to take a look at when you first started and why you did and what the excitement was there. Okay. The other thing is to give yourself a checkup from the neck up. Okay. Again, this goes back to being, how you feel about yourself. Do you have low self-esteem? Do you have high self-esteem? Chances are that if you are in that space, your mental attitude is not going to be where it needs to be. We've talked about this quite a bit, where people are going to buy from those who they know, like, and trust. And you've got to decide if you like yourself. If you're not digging yourself, if you're not digging what's going on with you, how in the world is anyone else going to be able to do the same? If you're slapping stuff up there just to see if it sticks, I got to tell you, it's going to be one of those like really non-tacky sticky notes that you try to slap on the refrigerator and it falls down on the ground. That's kind of the way it goes when you are feeling down about yourself, down about your business, down about people. You've got to really find what it is about you that you like, and then share that. Be vulnerable. If you're not vulnerable, I can tell you honestly, when I first started Color Street, I was so vulnerable. I showed my excitement. I shared it with everybody. I had no shame. I was seriously like, I've got the greatest thing on the whole planet. Who wants to see it? Honestly, I really, really, truly came from that space. And I think sometimes when you have people who may not be interested in it, and that is okay, because a waitress is going to come by your table at a restaurant and offer you coffee, and you may not be interested. It's nothing personal, but sometimes it can do a little ding. It can get you. And then you're like, well, maybe nobody's interested. Maybe nobody wants Color Street, which is so silly. We have one of the greatest products out there. Honestly, why didn't you join the other team? Why didn't you join the other company? Well, I'll tell you why. Number one, we have one product. Number two, it's consumable. Number three, it's affordable. So number four, it's made in the United States and it ships faster than it ever has. Whereas before, it used to take forever and we would run out of everything. So we've got a lot going for us. The thing is that you have to check your mindset. I love the whole saying, check up from the neck up. I got to tell you, my thoughts run my show. They run it. And you can tell when you're thinking not awesome thoughts by that gut feeling of, I'm not feeling awesome. Okay. I'm not feeling confident in asking for a party. I don't want to get on Facebook and ask someone. I don't want to get in my VIP and have them engage in a game because it seems like nobody's interested. You know, here's the facts. People are interested. People are buying. People are recruiting. Why aren't you? Okay. I mean, when we look at the numbers, people are doing those things. We've got people recruiting. Kelly France recruited 9 people last month. Okay. Somebody's doing something. So you've got to figure out like what it is that you could be doing better, whether it's your mindset, whether it's consistency, whether it's being vulnerable, whether it's having a plan. Have you set a goal lately? Have you tried to shoot for anything? Even if it's just, I'm going to post 1 time a day, even if it's that's a reasonable and accountable goal that you can do. If you're not doing these things, you got to check yourself, okay? The other thing that kind of ties into this is don't let other people dump garbage into your head. I can tell you honestly, the favorite thing that CJ loves to say about me is that I was ignorant on fire when I first started Color Street. It's true. And you know what? It was awesome because no one was in my head. I was like, I've got this amazing thing. I freaking love it. So I know if I love it, somebody else is going to love it. And I'm going to share the snot out of this stuff. I didn't have to listen to anybody, and I didn't, and it worked. So you stay out of letting other people tell you things that don't apply to you. Don't listen to the naysayers. Don't listen to the garbage dumpers, okay? It doesn't work. The other reason I play music, and I'm really serious about this group, I love our team. I think we have the most generous, thoughtful, caring, sharing team. And I want to have fun. Like, I got to tell you, if we are not having fun, why are you doing this? Honest to God, why are you doing this? We've got to find the fun again if you're not having it. And do something that makes you want to do it. For instance, my kid, Logan, has to read a book after school now because he's just not that awesome in language arts. So his teacher's like, he's got to read like at least 30 minutes every day after school. And for him, that is a huge deal. That is something he hates to do. He does not enjoy it at all. And I said, Logan, there's a million books out there. Pick one that you love. Pick one that speaks to you. Pick one that you want to read, that you want to go to. And then it won't be so awful. And of course, he picks one. He is his mother's child. I'll tell you the book. It was 90 Minutes in Heaven. It's a near-death experience book. But he's already done with it. He read it in a week. So why? Because he had genuine interest in that topic. He tried to do a basketball book because he's playing basketball right now, and it didn't speak to him. So he picked one that did, and he flew through it. That is exactly what we have to do with everything in our life. If it's exercise, make it fun. If it's Color Street, make it fun. If it's your VIPs, make it fun. Like, did I get myself clear? I mean, make it fun. This isn't going to work if you're not having fun. Put your special spin on it. Something that speaks to you. I get myself caught up looking at what every single person is doing. And I keep thinking to myself, I should be doing that. I need to be doing what they're doing. I need to be doing what they're doing. And I need to be doing what they're doing. And then all of a sudden I feel so overwhelmed. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I don't do anything. But when you come back to the center of who you are and you say, what do I like? Well, I really like to cook. and I really like to post recipes, and I really like to create relationships because I'm really good at that. This is me. I am talking about me. I really do like genuine conversations with my hostesses. Go to what you really like and start there, and start small, and start doable, and that will build your confidence. When people start to see that you are sharing yourself and you're genuine and it works, this is when things start to happen. And I'm dead serious about that. This is not woo woo or magic or anything. People are attracted to you for who you are. So be who you are and be confident in that. Let's see. I think I might have said this. Be a kid again. You know, kids laugh an average of 400 times a day, and adults laugh an average of 15 times a day. And I got to tell you, I don't remember laughing 15 times a day, you know, on a regular occasion. They're joyous. They're so happy. And we're so attracted to people who are. So do what you love. Do what trips your trigger. You know, find something that makes you happy and then focus on that. And the rest will come. It will be very easy when you do that. And if you try to look over here to see what Susie Q is doing, and you try to look over here to see, you know, what Kelly France is doing, or whomever, you know, be inspired, but then take your special spin and work it in. Because the reason, if it's not working, you're not being you. You're not being genuine. You're not being authentic. You're trying to emulate someone over here who is being themselves, and you're trying to do what they're doing, and it's not working. And you're like, why isn't it working? It's working for her, but it's not working because she's got a special spin on it. Angelique's got a special spin on her thing. You know, you got to have your own special spin. And then most importantly, self-confident people not only have goals, but they have a zest for life. And we know those people. We know those people who are out there living the dream, and ain't nobody getting in their way if they have anything to say about it. So you have to have a zest for life. You have to be excited about what you're doing and find the reasons why. We talk about that a lot in direct sales. But to be honest with you, I mean, I have to have a reason why I want to drop a few pounds. Why? Because I want to be healthy. I want to be able to hang out with my kids. You have whys all over the place. It's not just in direct sales, but it's pertinent because that's what we're talking about. So you got to get a why, and you got to get some zest. And then when you have that and you're exuding that, that's what people are drawn to. That's what people want to be around. That's what people are like, I want to join her team because she's awesome. I can tell she's authentic. I can tell she's confident. I can tell that she has a direction. And this is something I've been told quite a bit. You know, if somebody describes me, one of the key things is passion. But passion is a key ingredient to the study and the practice of life. Like, be passionate. You know, find what it is that excites you and go for it. That is so key. And remembering that you started this for a reason. You had a passion. You had something you wanted to accomplish. And you can find that and do that and continue with that. So my biggest point and takeaway today is, if you're feeling like you're unsure, figure out why. If you're not feeling confident, like let's say it's because you don't know how to hold a vendor show. You're not feeling confident about that. Look up everything you can and take what you like and leave the rest. Put your spin on it and go for it. Do something to boost your confidence. Sitting around and being concerned about it is never the recipe for building it. Taking action is. And even if it's a small action, don't be like, I got to do 10 things. Do 2 things and go, I did it. Whoop. You know, that's really what it boils down to. And other than that, that's really all that I have as far as our first training. I have a lot of other things that we'll be discussing in the upcoming weeks. Some of it will be talking about recruiting. Some of it's going to be talking about opportunity groups. Some of it's going to be talking about getting over self-doubt. Some of it's going to be mindset. Some of it's going to be how to, what you put in your VIP group. So there's a lot of varying topics, but I'm really going to encourage you, if you're not in a positive mental space, none of those things will matter. None of them will matter, because you'll be like, I'll tell you what to post in your VIP, and you'll be like, well, that's great, but I don't think Susie Q is going to look at it anyway, and I don't really have any direction. I kind of willy-nilly my day, and yeah, Mara, confidence is a great place to start. And the only way to build your confidence is to take action and to make it achievable. Don't overwhelm yourself. So that's all I have, girls. Our trainings will last anywhere from 25 to 45 minutes. So they'll be quick. Fake it till you make it, says Beth. I agree with that. If you don't do it, like, the other little tidbit I have on this whole confidence thing is my dad loves to coach my kids in baseball. And his mantra before they get up to the plate is, what are you thinking? Be confident and attitude. Have confidence and attitude. And I tell my kids all the time, you can't hit the ball if you don't swing the bat. You cannot go anywhere if you don't swing the bat. So what do you got to do in Color Street? Well, you got to invite people to parties. You got to invite people to join us. You've got to find your fire. You got to find your passion. You got to find your confidence. You got to have posture, and you got to have attitude. And then you will go far. But if you stand at the plate with the bat in your hand and you don't swing, you're not hitting any balls. So definitely not going to have a home run. I do a lot of mindset work. I listen to things all day long. I read books. I have mantras posted on Post-it notes all over the place because I need it. I need it. And I need to remind myself on a regular basis. So if your Post-it note says something like, do 2 things today that build your confidence, great. One of my Post-it notes is, I choose joy, because there's a lot of people out there that don't choose joy. And I'm not going to let them get to me. That's not going to happen. I'm going to choose joy. There's a lot of situations in my life that aren't joyful. Well, I get to choose. Is it going to bring me down, or is it going to build me up? Whatever it is, I'm not immune to life and to some of the things in this business. But I do know that when I focus on my mindset, on my confidence, on working, on taking action and setting goals, my life changes. My life changes. So that's all I got. Let's see. Fake the confidence and push through until it becomes second nature. Yeah, Beth. Totally. What I want you guys to do before we hop off is, number 1, take inventory of what made you feel good. And the second thing is, what's your mantra going to be? Get a mantra and put it somewhere. If you don't put it somewhere, you're not going to see it. You're going to forget it. You're going to need to put it on a sticky note and put it somewhere. Mine's on my refrigerator for the whole world to see. So get a mantra, put it somewhere, and then say it to yourself. And I promise you, things will start to head in that direction. Okay? All right. So thanks for joining me for our first team training. I'm so proud of you guys for creating an environment where we can come together to support and learn from each other while having fun. I really, really do appreciate you guys. And I can't wait to see what the future holds. This year is going to be incredible. And we've got so much coming at us. You have no idea. And it's going to be great. So get your mantras in order. Get your list of things that make you feel amazing. And we will go over some more things this week and next. And we'll keep trucking. Just do it. I love that. I love it. All right, girls, I'll post this for everyone in the group. And thank you for coming. Jennifer, that was awesome.